level of panic is rising in the WNBA dump. I want you guys to think about something. Now, I'm assuming most of you guys are casual viewers of the WNBA at most. And by casual viewer, I mean you only watch when Caitlin Clark is playing and you ignore this toxic turd when she's not. I would imagine most of you guys are not scouring the internets, as our good friend George Bush used to call it, or his other term, the World Wide Webs. I would imagine most of you guys aren't exactly searching for WNBA news. You're not checking the beard status of Bob Griner. You're not paying attention to Just for Men commercials featuring WNBA players. But last year, and even the first few weeks of this season, it was impossible to escape the WNBA. They were everywhere. Pretend basketball was headline news throughout the mainstream media. Now, today is September the 2nd, a couple of weeks away from the WNBA playoffs, where teams will be fighting to make the WNBA finals, where the winner will receive an upgraded prize. The Golden Toilet is no more. The Golden Toilet has been retired. The winner of the WNBA finals this year, they will now receive the Platinum Pooper. But this is the point of the season where you would think everyone would be talking about the WNBA. Their pretend friends in the media, also known as AI, they would be spamming thousands of articles in a desperate attempt to keep the WNBA in the mainstream. But unfortunately for the dump divers in the WNBA, who spent the last 2 years claiming that America was paying attention to the entire league and not Caitlin Clark, unfortunately for the WNBA, no one is watching. No one is paying attention. Seriously. When is the last time you heard anything about pretend basketball? The last time the WNBA was in the news, players were ducking airborne wiener. Grab your helmets, ladies! These wieners are equipped with heavy-duty batteries. This is so dangerous! I have been telling you guys for weeks, interest is rapidly declining in the WNBA dump, but I didn't really have any proof. Now, I do. Throughout the season, WNBA ratings have been hard to find, unless, of course, the ratings were good. But last week, CBS released ratings for a pretend basketball game between the New York Lesbians and the Atlanta Dreamers, probably released them by accident. And the ratings were exactly what Uncle Casey expected. The ratings are what I believe the WNBA has been seeing all season. And it's the reason they've been hiding their ratings, because the ratings for this game were absolutely embarrassing. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Throughout the season, the WNBA averaged 1.1, 1.2 million viewers on CBS, up 6% over last year. Now, of course, almost half the games on CBS feature the Indiana Felines, which had a significant increase in viewership. But the season finale on CBS was Lesbians Dreamers. Game aired on the Saturday before college football season started. Now, they were competing against those week 0 games, but for the most part, the WNBA was airing on CBS unopposed like they were all summer. Lesbians Dreamers, 595,000 viewers. 595,000 on network television, free TV. That is awful. And like I said, I think the WNBA has been seeing numbers like this all season for games not featuring the Indiana Felines, which is why they refuse to release their ratings. A couple of weeks ago on the main channel, I went through lost ratings in the WNBA. There were 4, maybe 5 nationally televised games where ratings were not made available. I probably could have found more, but I stopped counting. There is no denying the fact. Interest in the WNBA is declining. I do this every day. I am looking for 3 topics every day. Now, for reasons unknown to me, WNBA topics are some of my most popular videos on the main channel. But the topics they're rarely about the unwatchable product on the court. What drove mainstream interest in the WNBA was the drama. This season, they didn't have it. Even when Caitlin Clark was playing, the storylines about mythical racism and mythical white privilege, they just weren't as prevalent, especially when compared to last season, mainly because WNBA players knew they needed Caitlin Clark while negotiating a new CBA. But the point is, the WNBA's had to rely on the on-court product this season to maintain interest. Caitlin Clark has been injured. Can't rely on Angel Reese because the Chicago Bravado are a flaming ass fire. The WNBA has had to rely on other players, other stars, who essentially pretend to be stars, who pretend to be important. Players like AJ Wilson, Napheesa, Collier. That's who the WNBA had to rely on to maintain interest. And those players just aren't capable of doing it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the main channel.